The Battle of Boca is about to begin in Lake Worth for some reason, as the Lynn University Fighting Knights host the FAU Owls in the College Hockey South Game of the Week. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here, so excited to welcome you to this rivalry broadcast. Fighting through a stomach bug because there's nowhere else I would rather be. I think it's just something I ate. It was probably the shellfish I left in the sun for 72 hours. But both teams are feeling fresh, unlike me. They are ready to go and raring to go because these two teams haven't faced each other in a year. And last time that they did face each other, the game ended with not just an overtime game-winning goal, but a full-on line brawl. So you can expect plenty of action in this contest as well. Right now, it looks like Seth Fisher will be the goalie today for the FAU Owls. The sophomore out of Arnold, Maryland, 6 foot, 150 pounds, and not in the goal at this present moment for Lynn University, but who will be in the goal for Lynn University once he finally shows up is Brody Dixon. That's Hunter Galgani, his backup for tonight. Galgani has put together a nice few games. In fact, he started last game against FAU's Division II team and put up an .891 save percentage in it. But Brody Dixon is projected to be the starting goalie tonight for Lynn. Brody Dixon has an .883 save percentage so far this season, 5.3 goals allowed per game. And that is really underselling him considering that Lynn has had one of the toughest schedules of any team in the ACHA this entire season. We are 1 minute away from the start of this contest, and we hope that you'll join us here live on YouTube for the entire thing. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back in a few seconds with the starting lineups and the national anthem. Don't go anywhere.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University.
Sunday night is all right for fighting. If you're Lynn University and the FAU Owls, it is the Battle of Boca. Now you might be saying to yourself, wait a minute, didn't we already get a Battle of Boca in Lynn's last game? But let's not forget that was against FAU's D2 team, and tonight we're on an even playing field. This is FAU's D3 team, as Lynn University is a D3 program in the ACHA. Of course, Lynn was an AAU D2 team last year, but through a big shakeup and conference realignment, a lot of teams are looking a little bit different. Brody Dixon in the goal for Lynn University and ready to get things going. These teams are fired up, and rightfully so. The biggest rivalry game of the year for both of these teams. This is about supremacy and dominance. Who owns Boca Raton? Only one way to find out. The FAU Owls with a record of 5-8-1 coming into this contest. Lynn Fighting Knights 2-9-2, but that betrays just how difficult of a schedule they have had this year. We'll talk more about it as this one goes on, but we are now underway, and it's FAU who takes the opening face-off. Pass to John Bayona. Bayona trying to push up to Dixon real quick, but it is taken out of the way by Joe Poirier. Fighting in the corner now, resetting. Long shot by Busagros is deflected by Dixon. There's like 4 different ways you could say that last name. I'm just taking a guess. It is very nice that both of these teams have their names on the backs of their jerseys. That is a rare sight. As the puck has gotten out of the corner, Busagros deflected off the skate right in front of Dixon. Poirier gets it out of harm's way, though not without controversy for sure. Past the blue line. And there's our first icing of the contest. Lynn University already on the back foot. Now, when I mentioned that Lynn has had a difficult time this year, believe it or not, Lynn University has the 4th hardest strength of schedule in the entirety of the ACHA. Does not matter if it's D1, D2, or D3. Backhanded shot attempted and stopped by Dixon. These teams met twice last year, and in both of those instances, FAU did dominate in terms of shots on goal, doubling or more Lynn University's total. But in both times last season, Lynn University did come up the victor. Another face-off win for the Owls. Turning around, save by Dixon. John Norton takes the shot. Wrapping around the boards now are the Fighting Knights. Pushing up to Cole Lattis. Nick Noche tripped up. Lattis takes it back. Whistle is blown. Oh, big push to the back. And that's the first late hit of the game. And the first F-bomb drop by either of these teams. Expect quite a few of those. Take another look at it. Right side of your screen. Oh, it's just off screen, but yeah, there was a late push to the back, taking down Cole Lattis. And this will bring up our first power play of the contest. This Fighting Knights power play is brought to you by Goldie's Gang. Oh, it's a 4-on-4. This 4-on-4 is brought to you by no one in particular. But the first period of play is brought to you by Adidas. You've got this. And icing is immediately called before the music can even end. So yeah, expect this to be a hard-hitting affair tonight. As the music is now stopped out of pure confusion. Oh, there it is. Another face-off win for the Owls. Michael Terry was the one who came up with it. Now pushing all the way down. Wrapping around is Pete Petito. He will be a thorn in the Fighting Knights side tonight. Nochi, though, with the puck, trying to find Colmer. And taken away by Terry. Back round underneath us, pushing out to the other side of the ice. And poked away by Kaplan. Cole Dixon behind the net. 3-on-1. He's still trying, though. Minute 15 remains in the 4-on-4. Takes a shot wide left. Now it's Ben Merrill. Tries to find Dixon. Pass is interdicted and sent across the opposite blue line. One-timer attempt, pass off the mark. Some pesky defense from Mason Marie. So great to see him back. One of 3 Fighting Knights who are returning from injury tonight. Yes, that's correct. 3 Fighting Knights returning from injury tonight. It has been a rough season. 40 seconds remain in the 4-on-4. Here's Marie, one of the greatest goal scorers in Lynn's history. Sends it to Jackson Doughty. Doughty all alone just has to dump the puck. Tries to get to it off the boards, but can't in time. 15 seconds remain in the 4-on-4. And now the Owls are off to the races. It's John Bayona. Taking it coast to coast himself, wrapping around the net. Out to Strum. Strum takes the shot, deflected by Dixon. The 4-on-4 has expired. We are back to full strength. Connor Moriarty tries to reset. Pass interdicted by Scapatullo. Jared Scapatullo tries to flick it forward. Runs over an Owl. Happens a couple of times. Ian Urim getting in on the action. Lots of confusion near the net, but a couple of stops by Fisher to great aplomb and applause from the FAU bench. Puck knocked down by Scapatullo. There's Drew Constant, another one of the players returning from injury. It's Marie Constant and Matt Diddick, who we will assuredly see later tonight. Scapatullo, forever and a day away, right into the glove of Fisher. Let's take a look at those stops from a little bit earlier, though. Just everything going on in front of the net. If you can't track that puck, I don't blame you. But some excellent defense from FAU prevents any scoring. Just a few minutes have elapsed, and this already feels like half a period. It's Jake Busakros from Weymouth, Massachusetts. Andre deflects it, and there's the whistle before Don McKiernan can get going. So yes, 3 Lynn players have returned from injury. Only one is still currently injured. That's Tommy Asaro. And also unusually for Lynn University, no players are suspended right now. If you have seen Fighting Knights contests in the past, they like to put the fighting in Fighting Knights. Just look to their games and at the Bash at the Beach last weekend, especially the one against the University of Tampa. That was an entire kerfuffle and a half. Close game, too, as Cooper Sexton underneath our camera position, trying to do something with it. So is Marc-Andre. Puck belongs to the Owls, and they want to get going on offense, though Poirier gets to the puck first. Resetting back to Dixon. 5 minutes have elapsed in this one. McKiernan forward. We were told that Quinn Judge would be a game-time decision, so perhaps there are 2 injured Fighting Knights right now. It seems that Lynn has opted to play Don McKiernan over Quinn Judge in tonight's contest. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have a comment section here on YouTube. We are taking a look at it. Buki Gross, I believe someone said. Busey Gross? Oh, huge hits. Matt Diddick now. We've got a... Well, we almost had a fight. Just a little bit of wrestling, really. That's Diddick's first minutes and months, and he immediately goes on the offense. Lynn's bench a little fired up, and you can't blame him. That's been the Fighting Knights' preferred way of staying fired up this season, is through physical contact. There's a trip, according to the officials. And it looks like we're getting a Lynn University power play. Connor Moriarty goes to the sin bin. And this Lynn University power play brought to you by Goldie's Gang. Last year, the Fighting Knights, one of the best teams in College Hockey South on the power play. This year, they have not had as much success, but you can't blame them considering the strength of schedule they've had. It is simply ridiculous. Lattice now down to Dowdy, dangling. Moves back to Merrill. Takes a shot himself, stopped by Fisher. Though Constant tried to poke it in up close, he could not. There it is again, just a quick shot by Merrill. More of a feeling out sort of shot than anything that may have actually resulted, unless Constant could have shoveled it in. Now here's Lattice. Out to Marie. Just so great to see him back. Him and Lattice playing catch. Quick shot. And the second one stopped by Fisher as well, right up to the net. Marie to Lattice. Pushes closer. Deflected by Fisher. Dowdy took that shot. Now Dowdy trying to race for this puck. Playing defense. Causes the pop-up. Marie currently fighting. Hits underneath the boards. A couple of more as well. That's Strum and Lattice going at it. Dowdy up front. Constant. Deflected by Fisher. And the benches are firing up as there's a clear. 40 seconds remain in the power play. Lattice taking a moment to recombobulate as Marc-Andre comes onto the ice for the Fighting Knights. Drew Renzi racing for it. Behind the net, wraparound attempt. Scapatulo can't do it. Merrill can't poke it in either. 15 seconds remain in the power play. Andre, 10 seconds. Now Petito taking it down the ice. He is super fast. Takes the shot wide left. The power play expires. And that's a successful FAU penalty kill. Pete Petito played in the USPHL Elite with the Junior Islanders, same as Brody Dixon in goal for the Fighting Knights. They may have actually been teammates. There's a bit of familiarity there. As now the Owls are on the attack. Dangling. Chip in doesn't work from Sam Watson. This has already been a fast-paced affair. Who expected anything different? The Fighting Knights yet to win a face-off in this contest. And there's their first. It's Joe Poirier behind the net, who finds Towns Haley, the captain. And immediately, that's Nick Antonovsky, who stops it. Renzi now playing keep away. Buki Gross pushing up. Now Doughty goes behind to Constant. Can't quite find his stick. Renzi trying to make something happen, fighting with Haley. Haley loses his stick. Long shot, just barely chips in. And the FAU Owls are first on the board. A bad hop makes it 1-0. Let's take another look at it. Under our camera position, it's Jake Busikros. That first goal is so key to set the tone of this contest, of any contest, really. Anthony DeFalco trips up the referee. Ref seems to be all right. That's the important thing. Andre now finds the puck. Ref shaking his head. He's a little worse for wear, a little icier than before, but otherwise seems fine. Sexton with a big back elbow underneath our camera position. Scapitulo getting tied up as well, and as promised, these teams are hitting hard. Scapitulo deflects the puck away to DeFalco. DeFalco takes a hit from behind as well. And that prompts a whistle. A lot of F-bombs being thrown around by both of these teams. Expect nothing less. It is a great thing that we are not on television and are not subject to the will of the FCC. Because they'd have a field day with every single one of these contests we've had this year. Colmer trying to find Marie. Marie double team, gets it out. Now it's Didick off his stick. Right side tripped up. Didick now, same with Merrill, all of them trying to find it. It eventually goes to Lottis. Lottis to Merrill, they're hitting hard. Back to Colmer at the red line. Taken away, Ian Selly is not going to get there in time. Instead, it's Marie wrapping around off the assist from Dixon. 2-on-1 as Merrill tries to get to the puck and keep the offensive onslaught going. Merrill takes it away, takes a shot. Save by Fisher! A nice stop, and now that gives the Owls an excuse to take a breather. Marie, though, gets to the puck first. 9 minutes remain in the first period. Marie playing with a lot of confidence out there, though he is tripped up. And we're getting a stoppage before we get some more fighting. A quick push off on Urim. And that is Connor Moriarty, who's getting another talking to. He's already served his time in the bad boy box, and the ref's trying to tell him, hey, don't go back there. In fact, it looks like Moriarty is going back there. It's a 4-on-4 for the second time in this contest. Ian Urim is also in the pernicious playpen. The usual suspects at it again. And we are due for some more fast-paced hockey. As Marc-Andre has to come off, it seemed like they weren't quite sure if it was going to be a 4-on-4 or not, but it is. And the puck drops on FAU's side of the ice. Another face-off win for the Fighting Knights. Poirier tries to go for the one-timer to Kaplan. He can't quite get a good enough stick on it. Out to Poirier now. Having to deal with a three-man rush. Dixon takes a shot. It's wide. Tied up in the boards at Scapatullo. Tries to get close to the net. Fisher deflects it, and it is taken out of the way. But the Fighting Knights are back there, and now Dixon sends it to Poirier. They can keep up this offense. Lynn has been best this season when they have continued to press the attack. It's not easy, especially against many of the defenses that they have seen this season. But hockey's a game of numbers. There's a lot of great goalies in this league, and the way to beat a great goalie is simply to keep on shooting. The more you do it, eventually someone or something is bound to give. As Dixon uses his speed now, gets around 3, keeps it for himself, sent it to Poirier. He takes a shot. It is deflected. Now has to send it to Lattis. Lattis back to Dixon at the blue line, back to the red line, the other blue line. He is challenged by Watson, no prevails. Gets through Petito as well. Dixon holds on to it. He's not much of a passer, Cole Dixon. He's a freshman and a very good one, but it could be his Achilles heel as seen. Shot saved by Dixon. Off the blocker. Now Lattis takes it across the ice. Shot right in front of the net, evens it up. Cole Lattis with his 4th goal of the season. 10 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Who needs him? Just like that, it is anyone's game. And anytime you see these two teams play, you got to expect that it's going to be anyone's game. As mentioned, they played twice last season, both on January 17th as Merrill pushes up, takes the shot off a defender, and Fisher gets it out of harm's way. The 4-on-4 expires. So they played a doubleheader last season. Both games went to overtime. Both ended up being won by the Fighting Knights on last-minute goals. Backhanded one-timer attempt didn't quite work to Merrill. Open ice now for the Owls. 3-on-1. Dixon gets it in front. A couple of great saves for him, but he can't do it again. Drew Renzi slips it through. 2-1. You respond, I'll one-up you, say the FAU Owls. Some great stops by Dixon, but Renzi takes advantage of the resulting chaos. Watch it one more time. Big stops, lots going on near the net. Lynn tried to clear it. Renzi gets there first. Bayona takes a big hit from DeFalco. And now Drew Constant can't get the shot off. Tries to find DeFalco. He can't get there in time either. DeFalco locking horns with Petito metaphorically. DeFalco's kind of been all alone over there for the last little while. Now finally getting it to somebody else. It's McKiernan who gets knocked down to the ice. And the Owls on the attack. It's Watson, 1-on-1. Sent away by Dixon off his stick. Into the corner. Desperation shot. Nothing doing. Constant knocked down as well. The Owls got to reset. Just over 5 minutes remain in the first period. It's been an action-packed one. Shot doesn't work for Moriarty. Up near the net, Dixon pokes it away. Owls out to Moriarty. Desperate shot from the red line, high and wide. Across the way, Fisher will hold on to it for a teammate. Finds Moriarty. Stays on his feet after the hit. Carter Baker tied up. Urim gets it through! Heads up play! Can you believe it? We're still tied up. Ian Urim out of nowhere. A beautiful one-timer. And we are back underway. Lynn wants to do it again, but now the Owls on the attack, swooping in. Off the boards, trying to create an opportunity, buy themselves time to set up a play, but it's not quite working. Instead, we've got a tie-up on the boards right in front of this photographer who's not ours and we'll get a talking to. Cooper Sexton ties up with the puck. Norton sends it forward to no one in particular. There's an icing. Let's take a look at that goal one more time, since we got a moment. Looks like that's Mason Kaplan on the assist, the freshman. That's his third assist of the season. And for Urim, that is his second goal. Moves up to 5 points overall. Haley, long shot, can't find Sexton. It is deflected by Fisher instead. At the boards, Haley sends it way down to Sexton. Scapitulo. Knocked down by Sexton. Can't find Scapitulo. Andre tries to shovel it. Instead, it goes high and wide. A good opportunity, but just couldn't quite convert as the stands are filling up here at the Palm Beach Skate Zone. This may be the Battle of Boca, but we are in Lake Worth. The local Boca rinks, the home ice for FAU, couldn't quite do that. Lattice trying to do something. Same with Nick Nochi, but it is taken away by the Owls. Towns Haley now. Shovels to Nochi, can't find him. To the opposite side of the board, FAU gets there first. We're getting a face-off at center ice now. Merrill comes in for it alongside Watson. And it's Merrill who prevails. Tries to push to Lattice, but he is stopped by Michael Terry. Weak shot attempt there for Carter Baker. 3 minutes remain in the first period. One-on-one, Merrill, Fisher. Fisher wins! Merrill with a great shot attempt, though. Good shot, better goalie work as Nochi now is cornered, tries to get it out of the way. The Owl defense too much. Haley with a chip shot. Nochi in front of the net. Saved by Fisher! .2:30 left now. Renzi tries to take it all the way himself. Saved by Dixon! Pushed back by the Fighting Knights. Defense doing what it's supposed to. Shot from the red line. High and to the right. Nothing doing there. Haley Pushes to the opposite side as we hit our 2-minute warning. There's Connor Strum getting to it first, but he's in a scrum with Jackson Dowdy. Constant in there as well. And it is finally taken away by the Fighting Knights. Long shot, saved by Fisher. Trying to poke it, but it is successfully trapped by the sophomore. Now, in that first game on the 17th, Fisher was the goalie for FAU. He actually put up the most poor performance of his season, only a .600 save percentage in that contest. Never had below an .850 in any other one. Lynn was really picking their shots in that one. Only had about 15 shot-on-goal attempts, scored on 6 of them. That one does go out. And there's definitely a different sort of energy on the Lynn bench than we've often seen. There's a lot more confidence right now. They feel like they're in this game and they've got a chance and they're playing with heart. And you know what? That's what happens when you've got a big rivalry contest. Haley wins the faceoff. Shot attempt, Merrill stopped by Fisher and poked out of the way by Strum. Scapitulo, though, has the puck. Lynn has been gaining on time of possession as this one's gone on. Marie now looks for an option, sends it around the boards. Strum's there first. Scapitulo trips him up. Andre can't quite get it away, though. Now here's the 3-man rush. It's 3-on-3 and brought down by Rocha. A tie-up, and looks like we got a slash. Referee saying that, yeah, there was contact in the back of the leg, and that is going to be a power play. That's Chris Iannicelli of FAU who is sent off, and it is yet another Fighting Knights power play. Usually it's Lynn who has trouble staying out of the bad boy box, but their fortunes have been reversed tonight. Shot attempt by Merrill is wide. Lattice fighting for it, asking for some help. Dixon now to Merrill. Merrill to Dowdy, constant in front of the net, can't do it. Merrill stopped by Fisher. What a deflection. There's one, there's Merrill. Just can't quite connect. Minute 30 remains in the power play. This will transfer over and resume with the second period. Merrill to Dowdy, 10 seconds. Lynn may just wait, try to get that last shot off. Merrill, wide right. 5 seconds underneath us. Dixon takes it away from Petito, and that ends the first period. A lot going on in this one, and that's exactly what we expected to get from this sort of contest. 2-2, all tied up, lots of physicality. They're playing like a rivalry game because it is one. So the question is, will anyone be able to pull ahead, or for the third time in a row, will Lynn and FAU head to overtime by the end of this? There's only one way to find out. That's to stick with us. So we will be back in 15 minutes with the start of period number 2. Don't you dare go anywhere.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily...
The second period is upon us in the Battle of Boca. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Sam Gelfand here on the call alongside this otherwise entirely student-run broadcast. We have high school student Hugo Sapazzi on camera, as well as our drone operator. How about that? We have AJ, what's your last name, AJ? DeLuise on our other camera. And, of course, Anthony DeGasperis is producing. The Owls ready to go, and here come the Fighting Knights. Out of the locker room, this time not led by a bagpiper as they were pregame. The Fighting Knights taking longer to come back onto the ice than the Owls. I was not a very good athlete, nor was I an athlete for a long time, but I do usually know that the longer your pregame speech from your coach, the worse news it is. Not necessarily a bad thing in this context, though. Could just be saying, all right, we've got momentum on our side. We're keeping it close. We just got to get ready to keep it up. Two to 2 your score. Do not forget that when we resume, as we start period number 2, we will have a power play benefiting the Fighting Knights. We say it a lot here, but we do appreciate each and every single one of you joining us live on YouTube, because if you weren't here, we couldn't do this. And of course, we're also very appreciative of all of our sponsors who allow us to bring you a broadcast of this quality and be able to bring you a team in general. Both benches pounding away, and here's the second period in the Battle of Boca. FAU takes the opening face-off. On the attack, swinging round is Pete Petito. Has to reset. Can't find Renzi. Here comes Drew Constant. Constant on the left side. Battling for it. Sends it out to Marie. Marie dangling, taken away. Dowdy, though, takes it back in turn. 35 seconds remain in the power play, as the dump attempt is swatted down by Marie. But it is, in fact, sent to the opposite side of the ice. Lattice gets there first. 15 seconds remain. The power play, shorthanded attempt. Here's Renzi. Save by Dixon! Closing the butterfly just in time. Now Lattice taking it down the ice, takes the shot wide left. Tied up in the boards, and this power play expires. Knocked away from Marie. Constant can't get it done. On the move, hard shot. Still managed to find his target. Dowdy right into the glove of Fisher. And these two teams have picked up right where they left off. Fisher's made a couple of nice stops in this one. Entre tries to take the shot off the face-off, doesn't work out. Back into the left side go the Fighting Knights. Cooper Sexton recovers, can't get the pass away from the Owls, and Colmer swats it down. Here's Scapitulo off his stick to his opposite number. The Owls trying to strategize. Colmer and Baker off to the races. Dixon beats them both. Right underneath us, tying up are the Fighting Knights and the Owls. It's a foot race. Scapitulo loses the stick, and he's not happy about it. He felt he could have had an offensive opportunity. And the pass to him is taken away by Baker. So Colmer, the freshman, gets tied up, sends it away, finds Sexton, another freshman. This is an extremely young Lynn University team. The Owls may be a team of similar youth, but that is, of course, because FAU fields a D2 and a D3 team, so this is effectively sort of their junior varsity program. Down to center ice past Scapatullo. Dangling now is Mike Terry. Terry, right to Dixon. They try to poke it in. A couple of great saves from the sophomore. Janotic has it taken away. Now Andre, moving up, has to go into the boards, tries to get the pass off. It goes all the way around to Scapatullo. Scapatullo fighting as he often does. Trying to get something going. Lots of pesky defense from the Owls. All the way out now to Poirier. And now here's Dixon holding on to it till the very last moment to McKiernan. McKiernan to Poirier, back to McKiernan. Now here's Kaplan, takes the shot off the skate of Moriarty. Poirier. Can't quite find Kaplan. Poirier, yet another member of this freshman class as Fisher makes the stop. You blink, you miss it. Action at a breathless pace here in Lake Worth. Great shot from Cole Dixon. Believe it or not, no relation to Brody Dixon. Two Dixons completely unrelated. Who would have thought? Taken away from McKiernan. Dixon gets it back, dumps it to McKiernan. Kaplan can't find it in time. Long shot deflected by Dixon. That came from the red line. Now Poirier. Around the boards, Dixon. McKiernan to Poirier. The Owls being pesky, not giving the Fighting Knights any room to breathe. Dixon tries to shovel it off, but Diddick just can't quite find it. Kaplan skips away from him. Now the Owls onto the attack. Shot off the post! And boy, did the Fighting Knights get lucky. Jake Bucagros had a great chance, but he rocks the crossbar instead. 5 minutes have elapsed in the second period. Kaplan tripped up from behind. No whistle. There's one. Here's Bucagros' shot attempt. And a trip results in yet another power play. And for the third time today, it's Connor Moriarty. 3 strikes, you're out, you'd think, but Moriarty has been sent to the bad boy box 3 times in a period and a half as there's another stop by Fisher. Once again, this power play attempt is brought to you by Goldie's Gang. Marie from Merrill, passing it around. Owls playing conservative defense. Constant tries to backhand it to Dowdy, can't quite do it. Marie Lattice. Lattice screened, can't take it himself. Constant in the corner. Back to Lattice, back to Constant. Pushes up to Dowdy. Can't quite make it happen. And that puck is cleared. Drew Constant coming to this contest from further than anyone else on the ice. A native of Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. That is north of Minnesota. As Marie to Lattice, Dowdy. A minute elapses in the power play. Only one shot gotten off on goal. Merrill to Lattice, who called for it. Takes the shot, finds the net! The freshman Cole Lattis with his second goal of the game. And the Fighting Knights take a 3-2 lead. A great read through a lot of trouble. Watch it again. The assist goes to Ben Merrill. As Lattis had a perfect shot. And the power play does expire as well. I've been waiting all year to do this. It's a power play goal! Shout out to Sam Rosen, the GOAT. We miss you. Now tying up on the Fighting Knights side of the ice. The Owls take a long shot of their own. Save by Dixon. That was the 6th assist by Ben Merrill this season. And the 5th goal for the freshman Lattis out of Southborough, Massachusetts. Face-off win for the Owls. Andre can't quite get it out of harm's way. Strum now tries to take the shot off the skate of Scapitulo. Sexton intercepts the pass and lays the smack down. Firing up the Lynn bench. Close shot, save by Dixon. Petito can't quite hold on to it. Into the corner now. Scapitulo trying to do something with it. Yeah, that'll result in a penalty. And a fight as well. Here's Towns Haley pushing off. But it stopped there. So Haley gets a talking to, but he's not going to be, likely not going to be the one who heads to the sin bin. Let's see. Minor roughing, say the officials. So Towns Haley is the one who pays the price. This is an FAU power play. Going to be fully transparent with you. Somehow we don't have an FAU power play graphic. The best we can do is Florida Southern. I'm going to take that off. So just know it's a power play. You know what? We can write it. We have that ability, right? FAU power play. There we go. Little bit of resourcefulness. And this is the first FAU power play of this entire game. Of everything we've seen 4-on-4s, we've seen Lynn power plays, and now this is just the first time that the Owls have the man advantage. Strum takes a shot, saved by Dixon. Ran the horn, here's Watson. Tries for a one-timer, shot is deflected and out of bounds thanks to Poirier. .45 seconds elapse in that power play there. So we get a line change. Well, a partial one anyway for the Fighting Knights. .12 and 12 going at it there. That's Pete Petito and Mason Kaplan. Kaplan, yet another freshman standout for Lynn University, has an assist on this one. Here's another freshman standout. It's Dixon. Measuring, he's so fast. His stick handling is so good. As soon as he learns how to pass, he is going to be an all-star. So we are tied up in the boards. But you know, when you're used to being a big fish in a small pond at the high school level, that's just what tends to happen when you're a freshman in college, is you're used to carrying the team on your back. And it's easy to forget that it's a team sport sometimes, as Baker takes it round the way. Stopped by Poirier. 35 seconds left in the power play. Dixon fighting for it. Dumps it down to the red line. Strum. Now it's Baker. Petito. Bench saying shoot, but he is stopped by Dixon. Short-handed, here come the Fighting Knights. Sexton off Fisher. Powerful shot. Wraparound doesn't work either. Taken down to the ground. Berry now. Power play expires. That penalty kill brought to you by Team Coalition. Techniques for effective alcohol management. And the second period of play here brought to you by Bauer. Everything for the game. Dixon can't find Kaplan. A lot going on near the net. Now Marie stops it at the red line, pushing up to no one in particular. Halfway through the second period. Marie lays a big hit in. Constant can't find anybody. Down to the left circle. And behind the net, here's Diddick. And Constant as well, trying to apply some pressure. Owls doing their best to avoid it. And finally, the Owls break free. Getting some offense, though. Yanniselli is stopped. Can't shovel it away either. Marie able to stop it. Matt Diddick dumps it to Fisher. Diddick must be overjoyed that he's finally back in the lineup after that leg injury early in the season, though also crushed because he is a Toronto native, and the Blue Jays did fall in Game 7 of the World Series last night. And a heartbreaker. What a crazy game that was. No players from California on either side tonight. Long shot by Marie, deflected by Fisher. Scapitulo trying to get there. Taken away. Constant lays a hit in. Now Constant with the puck. Strategizing, thinking, backhands it to DeFalco, back to Constant. Round to Scapitulo behind the X. He is hit. Wraparound shot is deflected by Fisher. Constant trying to poke it in, can't do it. Scapitulo has it taken away, and some excellent pressure applied by the Fighting Knights, but just nothing to show for it. It's only a one-goal game. This is still anybody's game. These teams have been so evenly matched tonight. Eight minutes remain in the second period. Moriarty takes the shot. Goes off the blocker. Falco doesn't get there before Moriarty. Now Rocha has it taken away. But the momentum is halted. Up near the net. Saved by Dixon. Slap shot. Doesn't work either. Baker tried to hold on to it and get something going, but it didn't work. And that results in icing. Yeah, take a deep breath. You finally earned it. So much going on. Now here's Renzi. Can't quite get good wood on it, courtesy of Nochi. DeFalco recovers the puck, passing it down the boards. Renzi at the blue line takes it back for FAU. Nochi can't get to it, McKiernan does. McKiernan through trouble, saved by Fisher. More shots attempts. Someone shouts, "Open your eyes" on the Lynn bench. Now here's Nochi sending back into their territory. Resetting to Colmer, taken away. Bit of a center ice trap going on right now. Berry tries to get the shot off, but he can't do it. Don't forget, everybody, we have a live comment section here on YouTube. We're taking a look at it. We appreciate all your thoughts. Of course, it's just important to stay civil. At least you're not as bad as UCF. Lattice takes it away. Shot saved by Fisher. Merrill tries to take advantage of the resulting chaos, but he can't get it done. Some huge chances. Poirier, finally, third time's the charm. 4-2. The second goal of the night. The second goal of the season for Joe Poirier. From Lavaltrie, Quebec to Lake Worth, Florida, Joe Poirier, the freshman, making waves. The Owls trying to get it back quickly. Dixon won't make it so easy. Kaplan pushing up now. Odd man rush. Kaplan is momentarily halted. Can't get that close shot off. Towns Haley now further back. Kaplan has it taken away. And the Owls push up. One more look at the goal from the defender. Face off now. And it's FAU who comes up with it. Pass to Moriarty off the mark. The Owls try to reset back at the red circle. There's an icing. It's been a long weekend for FAU, and you have to wonder if fatigue could be a factor in this one. FAU took on University Miami's AC/DC team over the weekend, 2 games, winning both, bringing their record to 6-7-1. DeFalco can't quite get the defense down. However, Watson is stopped. Off the skate of Andre, and Marie is on the move. I believe he's called offsides there. Yeah, you want to talk about a tough schedule. We've said it all night, and with good reason. Not counting this one, the Lynn Fighting Knights have played 13 games this season. 11 of them have been against top 20 teams in the country. At the ACHA Division III level, the 2 games that they didn't play against those teams, one was against the top team at the ACDC level, and the other was against a top team at the D2 level. It has been a unrelenting march of a season for the Fighting Knights. Constantly tested as they are again there, though Dixon comes up the better of it. And pretty much everyone's on the ice right now. We're getting a full line change. For a moment, that looked a little more like a soccer game. And an immediate stoppage as Dixon is able to get a glove on it. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second period. This one's flying by. Lattis has two. He'd love a third, but he sends it backwards. Dixon's going to have to scramble for it. Lattis now takes a shot himself off the blocker of Fisher. Noche shovel to no one in particular. Taken down by Terry. Iannicelli, one-on-one, save by Dixon! The Owls protesting, saying it went in, but Dixon seemed to have control over the puck. Let's take a look at it one more time. Dixon was pushed into the net, but he had control of the puck. So that is a no goal. And everyone, we've switched to the national anthem for some reason. Everyone stand at attention. Another shot swatted down by Dixon, who can put a hand over his heart and take a deep breath. This stays a two-goal game. Shot by Moriarty, wide right. 3.5 minutes left in the third period. There's an icing. Drew Constant into the face-off circle. Alongside Sam Watson, the junior. Watson previously played at the Culver Military Academy. Constant to McKiernan. Two-man rush, save by Fisher. Constant there to pick up the slack, sending it back around the net. The Fighting Knights just trying to do something, but Moriarty trapping it into the boards just halts the momentum for just barely long enough. Owls on the move, past Renzi, Rocha recovers. Haley now. Can't find Constant. Hit from behind, doesn't matter. Don McKiernan, the freshman, makes it a 5-2 game. And the Fighting Knights pull away. It's a 3-goal lead. They are fired up, and rightfully so. McKiernan right in front of Fisher, taking advantage of the resulting chaos. And we've got a goalie change for the Owls. Matt McMillan will come in. Fisher's day may be done. He is immediately tested by Andre. And Matt McMillan records his first save of the night. Haley can't quite get Andre. Big hits from the two big men. Now Rocha playing defense. Berry moving up. Dixon traps it. It seems that the Fighting Knights continue to be Seth Fisher's Achilles heel. Last year's contest put up his worst performance of the season against him. Gives up 6 in that contest, 5 in this one, before the second period even expires. And that brings Matt McMillan with the very fashionable black gear. Very chic. Always important if you're a hockey player. Got to look good to play good. Sexton can't quite connect. Okay, you don't have to look good to play good, but it does help. Here's a save by McMillan. Also, he's got like some shiny blue tape on his stick. I feel like McMillan has come from the future. Whistle blows before Dixon gets the shot off. A lot of jaw-jacking between these two teams. No surprise in this rivalry contest. Petito wins the face-off for FAU. Can't quite push up. Here's Doughty in a foot race, wrapping around the boards. 1 minute remains in the second period. Lynn's freshmen have really made all the difference in this contest so far. It's been McKiernan and Kaplan. 2 goals for the freshman Lottis, 1 for the freshman Poirier. McMillan tracks it, goes behind the net. Kaplan pops it up near the bench. Kaplan, Doughty in front. McMillan backhanded, stopped, and swatted out of the air by Ian Urim. Ian Urim playing baseball, knocks a line drive down and makes it 6-2. Two goals tonight for Ian Urim. One more time, watch Urim catching the pop-up. And the Pittsburgh native swinging like he's Willie Stargell. Out of the blue line, stops by the defense, namely Towns Haley. A little help from Nick Noce as well. 3 seconds left. Come on, utters the FAU bench. And we are 2 periods down in the Battle of Boca. Four unanswered goals scored by the Fighting Knights, resulting in an FAU goalie change as well. This is not necessarily an expected result because these two teams have been so close, but perhaps it is that extremely tough schedule that Lynn has been playing this whole season long that has hardened them. After all, out of 135 teams in the ACHA Division III, despite being 2-9-2, they're still ranked 39th. And this is exactly why, because they are forged in fire and at an even footing. You can see just how much they're succeeding. Will they hold on to this lead? Will FAU be able to bounce back? Only one way to tell, and that's to stick with us as we head into the third period. We'll be back in 14 and a half minutes. Don't you dare go anywhere.
We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.lynnhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Dalmoro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action. We appreciate the sponsors making this broadcast possible. Adidas, you got this. Bauer Hockey, everything for the game. Del Moro's Delray Beach, fresh pasta to go. Goldie's Gang, giving children the experiences of a lifetime. Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's highest quality hockey tape. The Boca Lobster Roll Company, now an independent franchise. The Palm Beach County Sports Commission, unrivaled in every way. Pure Passion Fitness, we do this out of pure passion. Ramen Lab Eatery, where flavor meets finesse. And Team Coalition, techniques for effective alcohol management. Fighting Knights fans, we need your help. Club sports rely on the generosity of viewers like you to afford equipment, facilities, and travel. Your kindness keeps our program going. Simply visit www.linhockey.com and click Donate to make a difference. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's meet this year's broadcast crew. Play-by-play broadcaster and executive producer Sam Gelfand. Director-producers Anthony DeGasperis and Hugo Sapazzi. Camera operators Mariah Hathorne, Emily Luminello, and Keren Nadler, and other Lynn University student volunteers. We'll be right back with more Fighting Knights ice hockey action.
The third period is upon us in the Battle of Boca. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, everybody. Sam Gelfand here on behalf of this otherwise completely student-run broadcast. Right now, the Fighting Knights with a commanding 6-2 lead, but there's 20 minutes of hockey left, and it is still anyone's contest. The Owls must be thinking to themselves, well, what's been going on? How did this happen? How did we get to this point? It was so close in the first period. Tied 2-2 after 20. And the Fighting Knights put up 4 unanswered goals in the second, thanks to a very strong performance by a very strong freshman class. It has been the freshmen that have made all the difference in this one. Not just today, but throughout much of the season, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a bit. The third period of play is brought to you by Howie's Hockey Tape, the world's strongest hockey tape. As FAU tries to get some offense going early. Now Berry in the corner, taken away by Sexton, takes a big hit. The Owls trying to be a little more aggressive as Buca Gross quickly takes it back. It's been the freshmen who have made all the difference, not just this game, but for much of the season. Some of the freshmen standouts for the Fighting Knights: Mason Kaplan, a Maryland All-State first-team selection; Don McKiernan, a Rhode Island All-State second-team selection; Brendan Patterson, Vermont All-State first-team; and Cooper Sexton, an All-Conference first-team in Ohio, as we are back underway. McMillan gets it out of harm's way. Don't forget, a goalie change taking place towards the end of the second period for FAU. Scapatullo trying to do something. He is tripped up. Andre in front of the goal, trying to poke it in. McMillan stops it! to the great disappointment of the Lynn bench. Now Andre pushed off by Moriarty. Scapitulo right in front of McMillan, wraps around the goal. Signaling to Poirier, hey, take it yourself, go round the boards. Andre's shot deflected. And now the Owls trying to get onto the attack. Cole Dixon there, though. Carter Baker's pass misses the mark. Lattice pushing up. Now it's Nochi. Lattice fighting for it. Nochi as well right there. Lattice comes up with it, takes it across to Lynn's side of the ice. Strum tries to send it back. There's Merrill. Backhands it. Finds the boards. Finds McMillan in his shiny futuristic hockey gear. McMillan kind of looks like the 2014 RoboCop out there. Of course, not quite as cool as the original RoboCop, but you know, if you like some brainless fear, gets the job done. Now here comes Renzi. Pushes it through to no one in particular. Colmer gets there in time. And the boards, Renzi backhands it, rejected by Haley. Buca-Gross. Nothing doing. Renzi pushing up. Petito just trying to make something happen, trying to find an opportunity for his team, trying to get a moment to breathe so they can strategize. But the Knights are playing pesky right now. There's icing. As Narcos plays throughout the Palm Beach skate zone, the Fighting Knights being about as shut down as Edwin Diaz in that second period, hoping to try to carry over that success into the third. And so far, they have not given the Owls a moment to breathe. The face-off blown dead. We will try again. Yes, I know the baseball season ended yesterday. No, I am not going to stop making metaphors. Long shot saved by McMillan. Urim now backhands it. Urim, one of two Fighting Knights with 2 goals in this contest. No Fighting Knight has scored a hat trick this season. Marie to Kaplan. Weak shot, stopped by McMillan. Dowdy with a weak rebound, stopped by McMillan as well. Chucked into the air by Rocha, brought down by the Owls. Buca-Gross. Across the red line to Bayona. Now Poirier skating furiously, taking it himself. Shot goes off Moriarty. Urim tries to wrap it around from behind the net, doesn't work. Poirier intercepts it at the red line, taken right back by the Owls, and Rocha gets there first. Pass to Urim. Tied up, Kaplan taken away by the Owls. Rocha bats it down to Poirier, to McKiernan. McKiernan can't quite find constant. 5 minutes have elapsed in the third. Here's Moriarty. Long shots. Snapped out of the air by Dixon. Brody Dixon putting on a heck of a performance in the Battle of Boca. He has had some extremely impressive moments throughout this season, including what will likely end up being the save of the year against UCF. Or USF, excuse me. That's not a mistake you want to make. Those two schools do not like each other. Diddick off the skate of McKiernan, found by Poirier. Cross the way to Constant, 2-on-1. Dodges the hit. Can't find DeFalco, though. Here comes Justin Lopez. Takes a shot. Save by Dixon. Now Poirier pushing up to McKiernan. Deflected by McMillan. McKiernan tried again. It's wide. Scapatullo gets to it. Quick pass to Andre. Backhands back to Scapatullo. Taken away by the Owls. And here's Cole Dixon. Finds Haley. Sexton can't get there in time. But the Fighting Knights stay on the attack. They're continuing to press it. Scapatullo moving up, switching directions. Past Watson, now finds Dixon. Dixon through Andre. And Buca-Gross will reset for a moment. Now tries to take it himself. Takes it all the way past the opposite blue line himself. Thinking of going coast to coast. Might not have that chance. He slides hard into the boards. Popped up and out of play. Scapatullo trying to play a little T-ball, it seems. Good way to unwind. And from the sound of the expletives being thrown into the air, Scapatullo is not entirely happy about his performance in that little rally. Someone on the FAU bench saying, hey, all right, let's bring some pressure. Something that is desperately needed as Dixon makes another stop. Watson taken away. Pushing up, Merrill trying to get there before Moriarty. We get a tie-up, and Lynn is not too happy that that's called icing. Ref's not too happy there because Renzi held on to the puck the entire time. Didn't give it back to them so they could reset for the face-off. Just frustration being shown by FAU, and you can't blame them. It's their biggest rivalry game of the season, and they're down by 4 goals. Merrill wins the face-off for Lynn. The team that wins the face-off game tends to win the game itself. Doesn't matter what sport it is, as long as there's face-offs, it rings true. But now it's 3-on-2 for the Owls. Dixon traps it. It's simple. If you control the face-offs, you control the pace of the game. You get more time of possession. You get more attempts at shutting things down on offense. Time of possession is everything. As Merrill wins another face-off. Rocha wraps it around the boards. Directly underneath us. Lattice trying to get there. Buca-Gross beats him. Buca-Gross now fighting with Lattice. Lattice comes up with the puck. Takes the shot. Save by McMillan. But not an easy one. Not much time to react and had to get that extra trapping going. Another face-off, this time Kaplan. Rocha nearly loses it. Dowdy picks up the slack. Dowdy simply overwhelmed by numbers. Rocha right in front of Dixon gets to it, sent it to Colmer now. Underneath us, the Fighting Knights moving up. Here's Dowdy. Urim finds the rebound. Fighting, measures, takes the shot very high, and Urim is not too happy. Knew that if he had a brief second more to measure that shot, he could have had himself a hat trick. There's still 11-14 to find it, though. Underneath us, fighting for it. The Fighting Knights come up with it. Moriarty pressured by Kaplan and Urim. And Dowdy comes up with it, tries to find his man instead. We've got a player down for Lynn. Dowdy taking his time getting up off the ice, though he is back up. Looks like he just needed a momentary breather. Dixon swats it away. Shot there by Norton. Up in front of the goal. Defense by Marie keeps this thing going. McKiernan taking his time, and there's a whistle. Lopez having some words with McKiernan. And he pie faces him. Someone on the FAU bench says, with the expletives omitted, "Do you guys want it at all?" It is silent on the bench. And perhaps FAU has resigned themselves to their fate. That spells doom for any team. As we are now getting another power play to benefit Lynn University. Jake Bucagros heads to the sin bin. This power play brought to you by Goldie's Gang. You've heard that a lot tonight. That's a very good thing if you are the Fighting Knights, though they're on the back foot. Now Marie moving up right side. Trap behind the ref. Merrill, Dowdy takes a shot off a defender. Merrill now off the boards, still working this right side. Constant trying to do something, back to Merrill. Weak pass deflected. Puck is dumped all the way down to Dixon. Net was temporarily not minded, but stick handling error. Long shot, just goes wide left. Halfway through the power play, and the Fighting Knights are mostly have been on the back foot of it. Merrill doing a lot of work himself. Tries to find Dowdy. Instead, it is taken away by Renzi. But Dixon there passes it off to Constant. Lattice, shot, and trap by McMillan. Right now, the Lynn bench firing up. And it looks like we're going to a 4-on-4 as Jackson Dowdy. Oh, no, we're going to a 5-on-3. According to the scoreboard, anyway. So that's Drew Renzi, who is sent off for roughing. A roughing call on Drew Renzi. It is 5-on-3 for 40 seconds. And immediately, FAU is able to clear it. That's not a good sign if you are the Fighting Knights. You never want to be on the back foot in a 5-on-3. They got 20 seconds to try to take advantage of this. As Kaplan now gives it to Poirier, across the way to Dixon. Back to Poirier. Takes the shot wide left. 5 seconds remain in the 5-on-3. Big hit into the boards. It's now just a regular old power play. Andre backhands it to Scapitulo. Back out to Poirier. Scapitulo across to Dixon. Across the way again. Poirier trying to find Scapitulo in front of the net. Goes wide left. Andre with a big hit. Scapitulo stops. 1 minute remains in the power play. Dixon back at the blue line. Backhands to Poirier. Tries to find Kaplan, loses his balance on the slap shot. One-timer doesn't work. Now Poirier takes a shot stopped by McMillan. Got a feel for Kaplan there, a little bit more balance, and that would have been a very nice one-timer. Instead, we're getting a full 5-man line change for Lynn University. 39 seconds remain in the power play, 7:41 in this contest. Lynn wins the face-off once again. Merrill can't quite find Dowdy. Urim has it taken away. Urim now. Lattice round to Marie. Marie, Merrill, one-timer, doesn't work, but a very powerful shot. Just a little more accuracy, and this game would have changed even further. Merrill had a moment. The goalie was out of position, but he just didn't have enough time to react. So that is cleared, and that is a penalty kill for the Owls. 7 minutes remain. Back to full strength, Marie. Moves it to Merrill. Those two are the two biggest playmakers for Lynn University. You've seen it tonight. You've seen it historically as well. Merrill going coast to coast. Wraps it around the goal. Tries to shovel it off to Dowdy. A little too much mustard on the pass. Lattice competing, loses the puck. Owls going underneath us. Haley down the ice. Now keep in mind, is it possible for the Owls to score 4 goals in the next 6 minutes and tie this one up? Absolutely. Doesn't mean it'll be easy, as McMillan makes another stop. If FAU wants to tie this one up, it will not be easy. It may not even be probable, but that does not mean that it is impossible. Towns Haley takes a shot wide left. Another longer shot. Tried to find Didick right in front of the net. Didn't quite work for Rocha. Rocha tries it again. This time batted out of the air by the defense. Third time not the charm. McKiernan with a hit. Trying to buy some time, but Noji can't get to it in time. Haley sends it back down the boards. McKiernan gets to it first. Nochi to Rocha. Rocha's shot deflected by Renzi. You know, it's always a good day to get a lobster roll from our friends at the Boca Lobster Roll Company. But today is also the Day of the Dead in Mexico, La Dia de los Muertos. It's also National Deviled Egg Day if you like bad food. There's also the end of daylight savings time, and that extra hour of sleep hasn't seemed to wake up the Owls at all. McMillan stops the longer shot from DeFalco. 5 minutes remain in the contest. DeFalco shovels off to no one in particular. McMillan, the goalie for FAU from White House Station, New Jersey, played for the New Jersey Bears in 18U hockey. Shot tracked by Dixon. Not even sure he got a blocker on it. Might not have needed to. Moriarty called offside. Haley and Sexton almost got some hands on an Owls player there. Refs conferencing, clearing the air. No penalties handed out, though. We're still looking at the comment section. We appreciate all of your kind words, and we appreciate just as much all of your viewership. Gives us a great reason to be able to provide this service, not just to you at home, but get real-world experience for students at Lynn University, hoping to perhaps one day work in the broadcasting field or just enjoy themselves. As two-thirds of this broadcast, I would say, actually had never thought about doing this before they kind of got press ganged, and, well, now they're enjoying themselves, so I'll take a bow. Kaplan with a huge elbow. Save by Dixon. Kaplan with another big hit, firing up the Lynn bench. Dixon jaw-jacking now with Pete Petito. 2-minute minors being handed out as we've got a little huddle going on here between the teams. No fisticuffs emerge, but just for the second time tonight, this is an FAU power play as Mason Kaplan is sent off. The refs not too happy about those big hits of his. And there's a lot of controversy going on the Lynn bench right now, trying to get clarification. As the scoreboard now reads 4 minutes on the power play, which well, you don't see that every day. And we're, it seems, just waiting for clarification to make sure that is indeed the correct call. I just heard someone on the Lynn bench say, "So, what's going on?" Great question. Wish I had an answer for you. But we're still trying to find out ourselves. And it seems that, yeah, we got 4 minutes on the clock for an FAU power play. So that'll finish out the rest of this game as an FAU power play. Though Lynn hoping to do something shorthanded. It's Cooper Sexton who reverses. Finds Poirier, long shot, McMillan deflects it, up near the net. Nochi fighting for it is Sexton, tied up near the net. And that's got to be demoralizing for FAU when you get your second power play of the night and immediately the Fighting Knights generate shorthanded opportunities. But we're right back to it, and the Owls now on offense. Renzi doing a lot of work himself. Baker screens, but draws a whistle. And Baker almost seems disgusted by the call. He doesn't understand it. Talking to Watson, trying to figure out what that was. Remember that even if you disagree with decisions made by the refs out there, it is an incredibly hard job, and they're still doing a better job than most of us probably ever would. Plus, up on the broadcast, we have the benefit of a higher vantage point. We can see more than the refs can down on the ice. 3-on-2, shot off the post. And Dixon can have a sigh of relief as there's 3 minutes left in this contest. Remember, this is a power play for the rest of the game. We just don't have the graphic for some reason. Keren tries to get to it. Renzi now resets. Poirier keeps him honest up near the goal. Deflected away from Dixon. Strum into the corner. And there's a clear for the Fighting Knights. Long shot from McKiernan, hoping to get a second goal, but it is stopped by McMillan. Remember, the Lynn Fighting Knights with the fourth toughest schedule in the entire ACHA, regardless of division. They have not won a game in 8 contests. This is their first attempt at a game on relatively equal footing since the beginning of the season. 1-on-1, here's the shot. Dixon stops it. A huge opportunity for Pete Petito. But Brody Dixon reigns victorious. .139 left in this contest. Unless the Owls somehow score 4 goals in that time. They try to get one. Dixon deflects it. Does that go in? Looks like it does. It's 6-3. Dixon attempts a great stop here, but there's just so much going on. The power play expires. We're back to full strength for the remaining minute 30. Don't let the scoreboard fool you. It's still up there. The Owls taking their time as there's just over a minute left. Icing eventually called. The Fighting Knights will see their next action on the 15th in a 2-day road trip against Florida Southern up in Lakeland. But this is our final home broadcast of 2025. We will not see you again until January 31st as Lynn takes on Embry-Riddle. Embry-Riddle, by the way, yet another top 20 program in the ACHA D3. Quick referee conference beneath us. This will not be the last time that FAU and Lynn take take each other on. There's a nice stop by McMillan. These two teams will meet again on February 13th at FAU that time. It'll be the last game of the season for both of these squads. This was the College Hockey South game of the week, and boy, did it live up to expectations. This heated rivalry continues. This will not be the last chapter. Big back elbow, rocking Cooper Sexton, and it draws a whistle. Sexton gets a hug from Didick. All it seemed to do is wake Sexton up. After all, that back elbow results in yet another Fighting Knights power play to finish out this game. Justin Lopez heads to the bad boy box. And now for the final 40 seconds, it will be 5-on-4. The Fighting Knights don't have to press the attack, but they have the option as there's a whistle off Ben Merrill. .30 seconds left in this one as we get one more face-off, won by the Fighting Knights. Although it is FAU who ultimately comes up with it. The Lynn University Fighting Knights The Lynn University Fighting Knights snap an 8-game losing streak. Finally, on equal footing, they are able to show us what they're made of, as that is all she wrote. The Lynn University Fighting Knights prevail 6-3. A huge win for the Fighting Knights. A statement win for the Fighting Knights. Their first game this entire season against a team that is not ranked in some manner. So we're trying to get... Oh, come on. The drone was working. All right, time to do some tech support live on the air. Trying to get our cool ending shot. Of course, it all goes according to plan until the ending falls apart. That's how these things go. Come on, I want that cool shot. Really, if I pull this up, it's nothing? Yep. Nope, not happening. Well, really, if that isn't emblematic of how our broadcasts go, I don't know what is. I'm going to get this to work, and it's going to be once all of you have already logged off. All right, I'm giving up. What a contest. The Lynn University Fighting Knights finally able to show us what they're made of in their biggest rivalry contest of the season, at least so far. A 6-3 statement win over the FAU Owls. And, of course, this is our final home broadcast of 2025. So we appreciate each and every one of you who has stuck with us throughout not just this contest, but all the ones before, we will not see you again until January 31st against Embry-Riddle. So in the meantime, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. My name is Sam Gelfand, and on behalf of everyone here at Lynn University and the ACHA, have a very good night wherever you may be.
It was a great team effort.
And as promised, we finally get the drone to work once everyone has already left the ice.